If you are just getting started with Adobe Photoshop, this tutorial will help you. And please make sure you follow this tutorial to the end. What you learn in this tutorial will be basically on the interface of Photoshop. And the good news is this is a pure beginner tutorial. Please subscribe to our channel for more videos if you have not done so. So let's start with the tutorial proper. Yeah, good day everyone. Let's enter the tutorial proper. As I've said, we are going to be looking into the Photoshop basic tutorial, and today we'll be looking at getting familiar with the interface. As you can see, I've already launched the Adobe Photoshop application. This is Photoshop CS6, just in case you want to download it. And here at the topmost part, you can see a bar here. We call this part the menu bar. So on the menu bar, we have the file, we have the edit, we have the image, we have the layer, type, select, filter, 3D view, and windows. And beneath that, we have the options bar where you can do your formatting with any of the tools you are using. Lest I forget, there is this other parts on that line of the menu bar where you can actually do some minimizing and maximizing of the application. So here to the left of Photoshop, you have the toolbar. So here you can see the different tools that we have. We have the pick tool, we have the maquette tool, we have the polygon lasso tool, we have the quick selection tool, we have the slice tool, we have the eyedropper, and many more like that. The brush tool, the clone stamp tool, the eraser, paint bucket tool, blot tool, the pen tool. So let's look at towards the right. We have different swatches here. This is the dock of palette for different palettes. You can see the color and swatches palette here. So beneath here you have the adjustment and style palette, and here we have the layer palette. You can see all the layers we work with. As just in case you don't know, in Photoshop we work with layers. So all our designs, all our photo editing, they are always in layers. So this is the layer palette. Just in case you don't have any of these palettes here, you can always go to window and activate any palette that you want to use. Let's say I want to unselect layers. Now you see the layer palette is no longer available here, so you can always go back to window on the menu bar and you click on layers, or you can use your F7 to turn it on and off. So that is about that. Now let's start by creating a document. Before we can work on Photoshop, we need to create a document we'll be working with. And now I'll be creating a document. So how do you do that? You go to file on the menu bar and you click on new. So you see a kind of dialog box popping up. So here you can select your paper style, or you create your own custom dimension for your design. So I'm going to be using pixels. So the pixels, the width I'm using 1900, and the height I want something for maybe for an Instagram page or so. So I'm using the same, and my resolution I'm setting it to 70, and the color mode to RGB. The reason why I'm using pixels, everything about computer deals with pixels. So I feel and so comfortable with using pixels for my design. Though you can use other dimensions. As you can see, we have the inches, centimeters, points, millimeters, and so on like that. So for the resolution, the color mode, the background content, I'm going to explain that. But here I'm just setting the background to white. Then I'll hit OK. Now I have an interface. There is this document that is already created here, as you can see, and you can see on the layer palette, you see that there is this background layer that is white. You can make it visible from here, but before I can do anything to this, I have to unlock this layer. Just in case you want to unlock the layer, this background layer, you can see it is locked. Once you open a new document by going to file, selecting new, you can see the shortcut to doing that is by pressing Ctrl plus N. You can always go here to unlock that background layer, just in case you want to move that layer, you want to do some sort of things to the layer. So I'll double tap this key, then you can see you have layer 0, so you can rename that layer. I'm going to rename it to background. So I have background, the same color, and I'm going to hit OK. You can see I've already removed that key there. So now by selecting this move tool, you go back, you can go back to this, and you make sure you hold down your left part of the mouse, and you can easily move that background. You can see this like this box, I'm moving it, and here beneath it you can see something like all these patches beneath it. This is indicating transparency. So if I move out this all these parts now and I render this as an image, all these parts will be transparent. So that is this part. So let me just press Ctrl Z to go back to the initial um, where it was before. You can see I already have my background back in position. So just in case you want to go back, you step forward, you can always go to edit and you can press step backward to move back. But if it is just once that you are moving, let me show you something. Let me show you something. I'm just going to pick let me say um free transform tool. So okay, I have my free transform tool. So I've been able to draw. You can see I've been able to draw two different lines, wavy lines like this. So if you want to go one step backward, you just press Ctrl Z. You can see, but if you press Ctrl Z again, it's going to bring back. That means you can go back once. So any further pressing of that Ctrl Z will bring back your previous action. So if you want to go more than one step backward, you just press Ctrl Alt plus Z, so you can go back just like that. And you can always use your edit also. You go to edit, you can step backward, one step backward, you can step backward again, and if you want to go back forward, a step forward, you can step forward, and also you can step forward again. And that's about getting yourself familiar with creating a new document and the interface of Photoshop. Thank you very much. I hope you like this tutorial. So I would be expecting you to watch my next tutorial on how to pick each of these tools and start making different shapes. And I remain your online tutor, King Emma. Love you. 2, 3, come on!